It's official as following the Toronto Blue Jays clinching their first World Series appearance since 1993. We have a huge bombshell report, a bombshell update surrounding Bo Bichette that changes everything as we look ahead to the series against the Dodgers in the World Series. And folks, it's official. You're going to want to stay tuned till the end of this video. But not only that, we have some other comments and some crazy stats, a ton of things to go over following what was a crazy game last night. A ton to go over today as we prepare now for the World Series, as crazy as that is to say. But before we get into it all, if you're a part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, quick reminder to hit that subscribe button, folks. We're almost at 20,000 subscribers. Your guys' support's been unbelievable. If you want to help me towards that goal, it would mean the world, folks. It is now the morning after the Toronto Blue Jays clinched the World Series appearance, right? And this feels, this World Series berth is unbelievable. This team is unreal, but all eyes now shift to Bo Bichette. And we know last night the Jays, of course, won 4-3. First time since 1993. But I wanted to go over some things that got lost within this crazy, crazy night last night. Now, before the game, a report came out that Bo Bichette has made significant progress with his swing. He has only done light stuff with defense and base running, but running in the field has progressed. Hopefully we can stick around long enough and he can get back to us. Now stay tuned. There's a better update here. I'm just giving you guys the full timeline. So started with that, and then Shai Davidi followed up saying that he has been much more comfortable and his progress at the plate is good, and how much more comfortable he feels letting it rip is good. Doing light defensive work. He has picked up in the outfield, but no bases yet. Hopefully we can stick around long enough to get back to us, folks. They did. As after that, after the game yesterday night, Bo Bichette has come out himself and confirmed that he will be playing in the World Series, and this is incredible. Bo Bichette, I'll be ready. I don't know how they use me. I'll be ready. Ask Bo Bichette if he'll be ready for the World Series. He said, yes, I'm good. Folks, no matter how great you're feeling about, and I'm not going to be too worried about the Dodgers yet. Obviously, they're an absolute juggernaut of a team. There's all these different things to talk about. But what matters most is right now enjoying the moment, right? The Jays, they are a World Series team this year. They won the American League. However, having Bo Bichette back is not only absolutely crucial for this team to have a really good chance at winning the World Series, which again feels absolutely crazy to say, but it still feels like a dream today. But for him to now officially confirm himself that he will be returning, it is it is truly game-changing. Now, he still has some work to do. Like it says here, his progress at the plate, he has a few more things to do. He hasn't run the bases yet, but maybe he did in between, I guess whenever this report came out, which was, of course, right before the game. I'm sure we'll see some footage of him running the bases at some point. Hopefully it goes better than it did the first time. But he's going to be back, and this now begs huge question marks about, is he going to be ready to play shortstop? If that's the case, they're in very good shape. You can, of course, probably replace him with IKF, as crazy as that sounds, or maybe they have him replace most likely Joey Loperfido, because Santander is done for the year. José Berríos is done for the year. Probably replaces Joey Loperfido in the DH spot. You have Springer playing the outfield. It'll be interesting to see how they go up against some of the Dodgers pitchers. They have $1 billion over there in pitchers and hitters waiting. Really just pitchers, actually, with Shohei Ohtani's $700 million contract. This is not a preview video. We're going to dive into a ton of different things surrounding that team and those games in the future. But Bo Bichette is back, and it feels really, really good to not only clinch the World Series, but get your star player back. This guy is truly one of the best hitters in this team, and you can now start to think about how he's going to go in there, because we look at what Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has done in the postseason thus far. He's put up a 1,500 OPS. Now, usually it's going to be easier for hitters to catch up to, pitching than it is for pitchers to get back on the mound. But at the same time, is that actually going to be the case? I mean, some people say otherwise. Some people say it's easier for pitchers to get back out there. And I think ultimately, actually, I guess it's kind of 50-50, because in this case, you have Bo Bichette needing to run the bases. You need him to do a bunch of different things, whereas Chris Bassett, of course, had to get back to speed. There were people clamoring for Bo Bichette to just go out there and, go for it. Brian Wu, he came back pretty early, did not look that sharp. Will Bo Bichette be able to look as sharp as he was before the season, ended before he got hurt? I mean, probably not. He was one of the hottest hitters in baseball. However, can he provide a good complementary piece in that cleanup spot to Vladdy? Absolutely he can, and that is the biggest thing. And of course, in yesterday's game, and recently they've been having Alejandro Kirk in the 4 spot, Varsho in the 5 spot. You're not going to be going up against a ton of lefties. You're going to go to Yamamoto. You're probably going to go up against Blake Snell. He's their main lefty, of course. And then you have Shohei Ohtani, Tyler Glasnow. We'll see how they handle it. But against those lefties and righties, having a lineup of Springer, Lucas, Vladdy, Bo Bichette, and then Kirk, and then Varsho all the way down pushes everyone down a notch. And I presume Loperfido is going to be the decision there. But I mean, a crazy postseason thus far. I mean, a crazy ALCS. He started 0 for 7 and finished with a 1330 OPS, which is beyond ludicrous. And he said himself, the job's not finished. We got 4 more to go. I love my team. Folks, just take a breath now for a minute and do it with me. Okay, now that we're on that, we're 4 wins away from a World Series, which is incredible. They won 74 games last year, and we all know how ridiculous this season has been. Now, Dodgers fans are saying they're going to win in 5. People are saying there's no reason because whatever team makes the World Series is going to get pumped by the Dodgers. It could happen, but I didn't think in a million years this team was going to come out and make the, win the AL East and then maybe even beat. I thought they were going to beat the Yankees, but in the back of my mind, it's like, is this really happening right now? The Yankees are such a good team. They had won 8 straight heading into the ALDS, or I guess heading into the wild card, and they lost 1 in the wild card, 1-2, and then moved on to the ALDS. Incredible. It is a dream. This team is full of just unbelievable players, and Vladdy is a beast. And speaking of beasts, Jeff Passan had a good tweet last night. Wrote this about George Springer at the beginning of the month. Still stands. For all the excellence that Vladdy offers, Varsho, Bo Bichette, nobody mattered more to the 2025 Blue Jays than George Springer. And this was, of course, when the regular season ended. And guess what? That was a home run that superseded the Jose Bautista bat flip. It superseded any home run in the past, 3 decades for this team. Of course, the Joe Carter home run is always going to be the biggest one in franchise history, bearing something crazier happening, I guess. But at the end of the day, it is truly incredible. And we saw a ton of the players speak out. Vladdy saying he loves his team. Andres Jimenez, John Schneider ripping a ton of F-bombs on the broadcast. The broadcast saying that there's going to be swearing. Unbelievable team, unbelievable fan base. We are all obviously blessed to be able to be in a position where we can watch this team right now. A team that had 74 wins last year, was absolutely in the gutter. I made videos every day on them, like I've been saying over the past few weeks here. To be able to talk about a World Series appearance and our star player returning. Our star player hasn't been here, folks. The guy who has led the American League in hits a bunch, was leading the AL in hits and average at the time. He is an absolute stud. He'll be able to take advantage of this. And I have no doubt in my mind that this Toronto Blue Jays team can beat the Dodgers. Are they the underdogs? Absolutely. Can they do it? Absolutely. 100%. This lineup is filthy. Every time you think they're out of a game, they come back. It was evident with the George Springer home run yesterday. It's been evident all year long. And all cultivated. And of course, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and George Springer. I mean, really, George Springer winning the series with the home run, and Vladdy really getting him to that point to get to a Game 7 despite some of the brutal games. But folks, it's official. Bo Bichette is back. Spread the word. And man, there's going to be some crazy decisions to be made surrounding this roster. And yeah, I suspect Chris Bassett as well will be using the bullpen a lot more this series. Let me know down below how you all are feeling, because it is still surreal, and tons of videos coming your guys' way.